Right, should we start?
Look up really fast clapping. You'll see. You'll see exactly.
Is that not one of those things that would just be very easy to imagine?
Well, as fast
I can't
as
do it.
possible.
How do you do it?
You see? Whoa!
Hell yeah. I want jungle, I'm afraid.
Oh,
This guy is like a living breakcore drum track.
It's like an iPhone 3.
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
He spent so much time. He's not had a job in years. He's just been practicing his clap.
I love how they keep 2 clocks, a timer and an actual clock.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely not sped up, folks. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I think we can stop. I think we can see where this
We're
is going.
halfway there.
Oh.
I just think it's a really horrible thing to start an episode with is hearing someone clapping.
802 times in a minute.
702 times Calvin. You've been fucking
721?
721.
Oh, no, 802 in the title.
Yeah, but what? Current record 720. Right.
Suck my balls,
Sorry.
Dylan.
You even got the number wrong.
I know. I said it wrong. 10 seconds.
Oh, he's opened his eyes. Oh, he's closed them.
Jesus Christ. I've broken me bike. There we go. Bam!
Oh, the
I like he's slowing down
momentum.
in case he injures himself. It's like a car putting its brakes on.
Fucking Sonic having to slow down. I think you should practice that, Calvin, in your spare time.
It's actually quite interesting that we were bringing up practicing something pointless because I was
it's gone.
over the Christmas period. I've played nay games.
Really?
I can't be asked. I've just sat there and gone. I've been playing Metaphor, and I've just been like, maybe this isn't as great as I thought it was. It's still good.
Yeah,
it's
fucking
just,
big fan of Astro Boy now, aren't you? You big fucking cunt.
number one is Astrobot, and number two.
Astrobot. No, every time I talk about Astro Boy,
Well,
I
we'll
say
get
the
back.
same
We'll
thing.
get back to the actual game of the year in a minute. But I've just been going. I'm just not really in the mood. But what I do, when I'm not in the mood to play games, is I watch videos of other people playing games.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's watching 8-hour lore videos about like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Very boring. But sometimes it's watching people play a game real fast. Ooh. And I think if we're talking about doing pointless hobbies, practicing something for no reason.
I think I have practiced that once in my life. That's why I automatically went to. It just sounds like a rub.
Yeah, I've never practiced that.
Calvin's going to be dead good at this. I know he is.
Yeah, Calvin's got the brain structure
It's
for
not
it.
quite clean yet.
Okay, right. Well, why don't you take that home and practice? Can we stop? Can we stop? Am I have to gonna put fucking mittens on your hands or something to stop you? Right, no more clapping.
No more.
No more.
like-
If I see you clapping, you're getting tipped out of your
Well,
chair.
what's happening
That
there?
goes for
Just
you
faster.
too.
I think you'd build up more. You would hurt your arm more.
Yeah, you're right.
The tendonitis that comes from high speed clapping.
The carpal tunnel.
That
that's
is the
coming from it.
funniest thing. You'd see like League of Legends and StarCraft pros with like these sleeves on because they'd have carpal tunnel and be like, "You're such a you're soft as baby shit." You and like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't play games anymore because I've played games too much. Cowards.
I used to get carpal tunnel.
I mean, my
fairly
wrists
recently.
click like nothing else. I've got a bad case of gamer wrists.
I got carpal tunnel, but I think it was from doing deadlifts and shit. And I was like, am I too much of a gamer?
Carpal tunnel from deadlift.
I don't know, not me, but when I was doing like stretches in the gym, and I could feel it in my hands, and I was like, have I been just too much of a gamer recently?
There's
Probably
every
is.
chance. You know who is the champion gamer there? Starting the year off strong, starting the season off strong. Calvin, how many games of Balatro have you won since our last episode?
Could we do a reveal where do you have a number?
Yeah, I know
total-
his number. I know what his number is.
You know his number. Where's my phone?
Right,
So we start. Right, let's do the.
So
math.
last episode,
last episode we went right over the Christmas period. We were off for 2 weeks. Fucking, I was sick. It was Christmas. Leave us alone. It's fine. But we had a little competition because Calvin has a game he likes.
Yes.
he's finally found the game he likes.
Yeah, which is great, and I'm glad for him because it is a very good game. Balatro, very good.
Yes.
And
Balatro, very good.
I don't know what you just wanted to have a little competition.
I just wanted to get you wearing a bra, to be honest with you. There was no other reason for it. It was just purely that I wanted to see you in a.
Because at the time we didn't say if there was a losing condition, but then over the group chat you're like, right, if you lose,
next week you've got to wear a bra.
That's fine.
And not a sports bra. I want to see you in a woman's bra. You can go to M&S.
Well, we haven't.
Victoria's Secret.
We haven't divulged how much.
Okay. Yeah.
played.
No, we are in for
no,
a surprise. All right. So how do we want to do it? Because
So,
I'm not in this game.
I'll go first because I'm on camera.
Right, hang on.
So
we started on. You started on 7.
No,
wasn't
we
it?
both
wins.
started at 0. We just started at 0, right?
But from when we, just so that we know the
Okay,
plus
right.
amounts, I had 7 wins and you had 6 wins, correct?
Yes. So Calvin is +1
Yeah.
Yeah.
for his final result.
So am I giving you the
no,
number that?
Dylan first. How many games of Balatro have you won?
4.
Look at him. The laugh.
Like I'm some sort of fucking cretin.
Yeah, you're the cretin for betting against fucking gamble brain Calvin.
know.
Calvin, how much debt are you in again?
I don't actually want to say it.
Yeah, right. You've decided to play a gambling game against this man. You're joking.
I really thought I could, because I was one ahead. I was like, yeah, no, I can just naturally be better. at 'em.
Occasionally over the
You do
Christmas
that.
period, Calvin would just send us a victory screen. And I thought, wow, Dylan's playing it close to the vest here.
I thought you were keeping it.
I thought you were coming for the reveal, to be honest. I thought you were coming for it. And then, Calvin, how many games of Balatro have you won?
minus the 6 that I started on.
Yeah.
23.
You've
I won 3 this morning.
Oh, he put you in the dirt.
23.
He put you in the ground. Holy moly.
29 in total.
That's
Wow.
amazing. That's really quite impressive.
That's incredible.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Well done.
absolutely incredible. Well,
you.
You know what it was? It's because he sent, but because we left the studio, I hadn't played it, and then when I was traveling home to Ireland for Christmas, and by the time I had got on the plane, he had already won like 5, and I went, "Oh, I'm fucked here, aren't I?" Then I just started. I went,
My train journey home.
were you drunk on the train?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
That's what I had
You
to stay
locked
mentally sharp.
mentally sharp to go, yeah, I reckon this will hit the score. All right. Yeah. So you just do that. No one ever does the maths in Balatro, do they? You just go, you do exactly this. You go, yeah, that seems enough.
"Close enough." Yeah, surely. I actually watched the video on the development of Balatro. And
Well, hang on, before we move on.
Sorry. Yeah.
And the forfeit.
In the keeping in the spirit of Balatro, should there be some kind of multiplier
Or
applied to
double
this
it.
forfeit? Because
You
of
have to wear 8 bra.
Like a card.
So you got 4, I got 23.
Yeah.
So how many times bigger
Go on.
is 23
Go
than
on.
4?
Go on.
Go on.
4, 8,
Nice.
12,
Good
Good.
job.
16,
Yep.
Good boy.
20,
Uh-huh.
nearly 24.
Only 24.
So
That's
we'll call it 5.
So
We'll
the
call it
times five.
5.75, I reckon.
5.75 mult.
Yeah.
Full cross
Malt.
dress.
He's calling him Malt.
He's locked in.
He's gone. He's absolutely done. He's
I think it
malting
might be
about.
one of my favourite games ever.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking
And
really good.
arguably, in fact, not even arguably, I'd say indisputably the best game of last year.
Yeah, I think it actually is. You know.
think it actually
Yeah.
I think it actually is. That's fine.
But don't worry, the cute little robot one. So I don't know why I care. Like I've ever cared about Jeff Keighley's opinion on anything before.
During that time that you were just playing Balatro, I actually did finish 2 other games.
No, we're not talking
No,
about
I
that
don't
today.
care about that.
We're not talking about that
doesn't
today. We're
matter.
You
talking about that.
also had a giant family to see, and I have my dad.
Oh, that's no excuse. If you were real, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo is seeing his family?
Is that who Calvin is? The Ronaldo of Balatro?
No, he's more of a Sergio Aguero. One person who listens to this is going to get that, but Sergio Aguero who sits in his apartment and does nothing and never sees his kid. Yeah, that's Galvin.
Yeah. Balatro's pretty good. It's a good game.
It
and
is.
Congratulations.
Well, don't
clap on it, what?
don't be a good loser because you've got to still do the forfeit. So I'm thinking,
Lad,
Calvin.
I'll get my fucking
What
cock. I don't
I'll
give a
do? Okay.
shit. I don't give a fuck.
Well, with 5 malt,
5 months.
you have to do a handstand, pantsless for the entire.
I'm gonna need a year's worth
Do you
of
want to
training
do
to
front?
do that.
Do you want front or back?
Which is going to droop less.
So I want you to wear. I'm thinking, Calvin, I'll subsidize an M&S style sensible women's bra, but I could be convinced to ante up, I suppose, and go
Up
a
the
little
stakes
bit,
a little.
up the stakes.
Yeah, I could do that.
We could do a double or nothing.
Ooh.
I mean, you guys, it's whether you guys want a double or nothing. I'm out of this. I'm just a humble spectator.
You still have to come behind 19.
No, I don't think so. I think we probably
in which
reset it,
case.
to be honest. I think because Calvin's not wrong. He had the home field advantage of no mates, no family.
Yeah, that's
win.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had it. He had the inside track, if you will.
And I
he's a
still do
cameraman.
by way of spending my evenings in a box room on my own.
Yeah.
Right. So it's up to you guys. want to
I'm
jump
not
in?
going to put the man hours in the fucking.
I respect a man who knows he's lazy enough to not bet again.
There's no chance. I've now seen how powerful he is.
I'm surprised you agreed the
spite.
first time
Do you know
because
what,
you're not competitive in that kind of
No,
way, really.
not at all.
No.
But Calvin,
Usually that's the kind of thing I would fall for. But
I think that's how bad I am at stuff normally, that he's looked at me and went, yeah, I'll beat him.
yeah, I was like, without even trying, I'll.
wow.
Like, it's
So
not,
we've got a real hare and the tortoise situation, haven't we? And that little tortoise that nobody liked.
What's your highest hand?
we're not doing that.
Someone like 3 million or something like that.
80.
That's
Damn,
that's awesome.
did you
Million.
go past like the ante a couple of times then? You're going to. All right, fair enough. So the bra situation.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Katie to come and help you get your bra fitted. You can just buy whatever you want. I don't know. But I will I'll subsidize it as the watcher. But if you come next week and you don't have a bra,
It'll be words.
it'll be yeah. You can't let the viewers down again.
That's fine.
Think how many things we've said we're going to do and then haven't
And
done.
then never do.
But this time I don't have to do anything. So
Yeah, so I
if we
have to
really
do
need
it.
to make a push to get this one done.
Yeah, I have no problem. Here, a bra's a bra.
Yeah, you have to not wear a shirt as well.
Here, do you
I'm not letting you genie your way out of this.
yeah, I have a bra on right now.
Come on, girdle.
Old.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy for you, Calvin.
Thank
When was
you.
the last time do you think you won something? Did you win that game of Warhammer that you played once and then
No.
never touched it again? No, you lost. You've been playing for fucking 20 years.
The first time I ever played it, I decimated this man.
Have you
Like,
touched your?
Because do you know what he
I played
did?
them all the time.
Oh, nice.
He learned the rules.
Yeah.
And I
that's
just
the
turned it with my
problem.
models. And in my head, I was like, yeah, I know how to play the rules 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
And he just destroyed me.
Yeah, so I've not been playing a ton of games, but I've been watching a ton of speed runs, which I like because there's something cool about the pointlessness. There's something very zen about someone who's decided, you know what, I'm going to play Sonic Adventure 2 for the rest of my life.
That's Calvin and Balatro.
Yeah. No, but there's something, Balatro at least has like a gamble thing in your brain. It pokes the gamble nodule of Calvin's brain.
It does.
But one of my favorite speedrunners only plays GTA San Andreas.
Ooh.
And I don't know why. I don't particularly love GTA San Andreas, but I just go, yeah, there's something really respectable about a guy who's like, you know what? The only two things I'm going to play right now are GTA and then Assetto Corsa competition out. So it's just like, I'm going to play two of the most boring games possible for the rest of my life.
It is.
And I think that's incredible. I do like speedruns.
I do. I do go into them every so often. I more prefer games done quick when they do the big event. You know, Dave,
Games done woke, more like
Wait, what's
woke
wrong-
done quick.
What's wrong with
Woke,
games
woke,
done
woke.
quick? I have to really think about when I say that games. Done
I don't know. People just think they're a bit of a fanny, don't they?
Yes, what? Because they're a charity event.
No. I think because of the usual things that gamers complain about.
Yeah, here, fuck them. Fuck the
Is that
gamers.
right? Fuck
Yeah,
the
fuck you, fucking gamer.
Games done quick wouldn't like that. You're blacklisted from AGD, bro.
Do you know what games done quick is called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's basically like they do it twice a year. They do a summer one and they do another one at some point.
Like a winter one, perhaps.
Possibly.
Perhaps
Possibly.
you could argue for that. Yeah.
It's essentially it's a giant like multi-day live stream event where it's essentially a big charity thing where they send out. I don't know what charities. I think it varies. I don't know,
It changes.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
usually cancer or
Yeah.
Doctors Without Borders or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I imagine it would be Palestine this year.
But it's a giant where they hold it in a hall with an audience, and all of the sweatiest people that you can imagine all get on
They
stage.
fly in.
And there's usually a couch of people, and there's the one
Couch.
person.
Is that a collective noun that I've never heard
For
of?
sweaty nerds, yeah.
A couch. For the genus of gamers, they gather in
Couch
couches.
of sweats.
Yeah.
But essentially, a speedrunner, notorious speedrunner, goes in and they speedrun the game live to an audience, and then the couch of sweats describe what's going on, whatever so
okay.
happens. And they go, and you'll see here now they do the Wind Waker wall skip, and if he does it
Yeah.
really perfectly, and then they go, and he's done it. And he's done it.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you watch like a typical speedrun, Calvin, it will usually be someone who's just like.
I've watched the speedrun once. It was the first time I ever got stoned. And we watched, and on Twitch,
What did you watch?
in my friend's living room, we watched somebody try and do like Mario SNES.
Okay.
Like
the credit
original.
skip thing.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, you were
I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
Just watching the same bit of Mario over and over again, melting into the sofa. It was horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. So if you watch a speedrunner, usually they're like, oh, fucking jeez, I fucking hate this game. Reset.
Just the most frustrated man you've ever seen in your life. And it's men.
Because there's something very modern day about, a person just repeating the same actions over and over again.
The Sisyphus of the internet, one might say.
Sisyphean.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
Sisyphean. And then watching someone go mental because they've beaten the world record by
0.
30 seconds. Or so, not 30 seconds, like 0.3 of a second.
Yeah.
Like, I fired on it, yeah!
Sub 60!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they all
Yeah,
freak.
you'll see they'll put like heart rate monitors on or something. You'll see one of the unhealthiest looking men in the world have a heart rate of like 220, and you'll be like, because he's on a perfect run into like Mike Tyson or something at the end of the punch out. It's like, oh fuck.
Lad, I put a heart rate monitor on one of my streams once, and I immediately
Because you look like the fattest cunt
I was like,
ever, don't you?
resting 100. And I was like, fuck. I was like, shit. Because I was playing a scary game, and I was like, my watch can do this. It can link up to OBS. This will be a fun thing. And it was just minimum 100 the entire time. I was like, I have to fuck this up immediately.
Pure butter and fear running through his face.
Because it didn't anticipate the general, because there's the slight nerves of being live anyway. And I'm a big fat cunt.
Right.
That multiplied by each other the formula didn't
Were you
work.
drinking as well?
Probably.
Yeah, see. You're fucked.
Have you ever done a stream and not drank?
Not a good one. Not an entertaining one. No?
The best ones were always when I was steaming, and that was the spiral I got myself into. That so bad that my mother had to have a word with
Did
me.
she? Yeah.
I came home to Ireland, and we were driving home, and she was like, "Right, Dom."
She's got you in the back of
And
the
she's
car.
like,
Lock the doors.
"I'm really glad that you're doing something in your spare time that you enjoy doing, but fuck me, do you have to drink every time?" She literally went, "Dylan, you're funny without the drink."
That's not true.
I was like, "Mother, I don't
Only a
think you've
mother
watched
could
one of
say
them.
that.
I don't think you've
Only-
watched one of them streams."
Let's do a Pokemon Pearl Nuzlocke again. No, you were
Trying
good.
them.
You were good getting drunk. You
Yeah, no, those were
mode
class.
was not because you were
Ste-
basically just like after a while.
Yeah, because I'm a good drunk, like I never embarrassed myself too
No.
much. It was always funny. It was never like, it never reached that line. And then when I tried to do it sober, it was just never as funny.
The hard thing is that knowing Dylan, it's like the resistance, the alcohol or the urge to drink is basically pushing on those doors that are made out of beads. Basically, that's the level of resistance he was putting up. It's like, oh no, I guess I will drink another bottle.
Literally, I used to pause streams to be like, I need to run to the shop.
Yeah,
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I feel like I was enabling you during that time because then sometimes just donate and be like, here's £10. go to the shop.
And everyone that watched had the same opinion of like, just get fucking steaming,
Just get
lad.
fucking messed up. Man.
There was once I pretended that I didn't have any drink, and I got like 10 minutes in, and somebody subbed, and I went, I think this calls for celebration, and whipped out a bottle of Buckfast and went, did you really think that I wouldn't be prepared? And it was great.
Fucking drinking a bottle of Bucky on your own, playing like Amnesia,
own.
The Dark Descent or something like that.
And I go come out of my streaming room, Katie
Fuck
sober in bed, me airlocked fucking fell down the stairs once.
Oh, is that when you broke your ass? Tell that story. Tell that story for the people. Come on.
So I did a Bloodborne stream, and I was like,
that was sorry, just quickly, Bloodborne. So this was coming off you beating Sekiro really easily. Also steaming.
I didn't actually beat Sekiro, but I went through the whole game steaming and couldn't beat the final boss. I was furious.
Which is also one of his funniest moments. But Calvin just started giving it the big one because you know how like Bloodborne's one of his games. So he was going off. Like, I will beat this, no bother.
Yeah. If the ease I went through Sekiro, steaming, like bottle of rum, full drunk. And I was like, yeah, Bloodborne. I've
It was
fucking
pretty
beat Bloodborne those
amazing.
times.
You started seeing The Matrix
I think
sometime
I
at some
did.
point in Sakura. Like, honestly, it was like, you know, when Neo gets shot and then Trinity kisses him and he comes back to life. That was what it was. It was the booze course or his system. He was like, you knew Kung
Seeing
Fu.
the lines of code.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was like, yeah, Bloodborne. I've fucking beat Bloodborne loads of times. This would be handy. Turns out way harder than I thought it would be. And I set up it was like, every time I die, I'll take a shot. No problem. Before I got the first boss, I was like 8 in. And I had, so this was the moment me and Muller had to step in. So, because I had a shot counter on the screen. And so she obviously wanders into a stream once and she texts me midstream going, 10 shots, Dylan. And I go, yeah,
Unlucky.
sorry, Muller. Sorry. Yeah. And so I did this. I think it was the second time I'd done one of these. So the first one was like, fucking hell, boys. Right. We're locked in here now. And I did a couple of them. And I think it was the second one. And I was fucking bloodsoaked. It was because it gets harder as you go.
Wow, really?
As you can imagine.
Thanks for explaining that one.
Like, it gets perpetually more difficult. And I was in the sort of just before the midway point when it was like, it starts to ramp up. And fuck me, I was absolutely steaming. Yeah. And I was like, right, it was like a 6-hour thing, ordeal. And I was like, right,
I think in that one, I was just dropping. I was like, oh, he's fucked up. And then I'd drop out, do something else for like half an hour and come back. And he'd just be there like, oh. I was like, you know, like Wolf of Wall Street. He was like propping himself up on the down. He was like, oh, fucking hell. Like,
and the issue really is because the more drunk you get, the less skilled that you are at the thing.
I love how he keeps explaining it, Calvin, like you can't understand the idea of drinking making you worse and stuff.
And so obviously it just fucking exponentially got worse. Finished the stream and I was like, stopped everything, and then they just went, oh my god, what have I done? And I was like, I had lots of fun. Fucking walked out my stream room, you know, the stairs are there immediately. I went to go downstairs, immediately slipped, fell down halfway, slammed my coccyx into
I broke the bike.
slammed my coccyx straight into the fucking thing, and really injured myself for, I want to say, 60 days. I was fucked up. It was so bad. Like, I really hurt myself.
You've walked genuinely with a busted ass, and it's one of the funniest things ever. Just seeing someone hunched over like they've just been filled in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Permanently shat himself.
Yeah.
Hobbling about.
It was really sore.
Because he was so bad at Bloodborne.
Yeah. Anyway, speedruns.
Yeah, speedruns. So I don't usually like watching them, what's it called, like live, because I think they're quite boring after a while, you know what I mean? Seeing someone just like fail a trick over and over again.
Yeah.
But I quite like GDQ and I quite like ESA, the European one, which is way better because there's fewer Americans.
Yeah, I do love, there's a lot of GDQ cringe compilations.
Well, that's what I came to next.
Yeah.
So, Calvin, could you, as a sort of novice, do you think you could describe the personality and maybe what a speedrunner looks like?
Of what a speedrunner looks like?
Yeah, what would you imagine? Like, if okay. No, I think surprisingly he's good. Can you give it a try? Like,
He
if
pointed
you just
towards me, by the way. You know,
if we
Calvin
were
isn't on camera
if we
and he
were
made
in a
visual
sort of
joke.
like blankety blank type situation or blind date type situation.
All right.
They're behind a curtain. They said, Calvin, we'll wipe away your Klarna debt. if you can guess accurately what a speedrunner looks like, what are you saying?
I'm going. I think the average speedrunner looks like the bad teacher in Fairly Odd Parents,
Mr. Crocker.
Mr. Crocker. That's what, when you say speedrunner, I'm thinking black hair, very pasty, sweaty, very skinny, just very, very laser focused in on
Crocker.
a very specific set of interests.
Yeah.
On like a pathological.
He beat my PB. There's no way. Yeah, I think that's fairly accurate. But they're not the most social of creatures. No. If you can imagine a man or woman or a person who locks himself in a room to play usually a game from the early 2000s or 90s forever, basically. Until
and that's their personality.
That's their personality. It's a very specific very specific type of like brain that you need to have to be like, I don't want variety. I just want repetition.
It's genuinely impressive. Like there is such the dexterity involved and the commitment involved to not give up on that stuff. And the fact that there's so many people.
Yeah.
Imagine being the 9th best speedrunner in a game and you've dedicated 10 years of your life to it.
And it doesn't mean anything.
That's like GTA San Andreas runner. Like all he does is play San Andreas, and I don't think he's like hunting for world record, but he's just there. Like, yeah, loads of people are
like that's your no, but like that's my whole thing. Is like if I'm going to dedicate this time, I want to be at least top 5,
the very best.
Yeah, the best that there ever was.
Yeah,
and like the amount of people that will dedicate their lives and be like, yeah, I'm 12th in the world at Link to the Past.
That's one of those things where, like, you know, like if you won a bronze medal at the Olympics, you could bring that up at a party and be like, oh, I actually won a bronze medal in 1998 in the luge or whatever, the Winter Olympics. And
tell us about your dreams, Shane Calvin. His novel.
And that would be like a...
Dear Diary.
I had the dream again.
It's the cat suits.
Yeah.
No, you could bring that up and be like, oh, yeah, I'm a bronze medalist. And people are like, oh, that's dead cool and tells me something about you.
I feel like bronze medalists say they're Olympians, don't they?
Yeah. But like if you were to be like, I'm the 4th best speedrunner in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories or whatever.
Yeah.
People are like, cool.
So not one, no.
Not one, no.
Not one, no.
How many people run the game? Oh, less than 100. That was like me when I played Rivals of Ether. It's like, oh, I'm top. What I don't know. I don't remember what I was, but I remember at one point being like a top something in Europe, and I was like, let's just imagine collectively how many people in Europe play, and it's probably less than 1,000. You know what I mean? So it's not an at all impressive feat. It was basically I just was unemployed and played the game for 500 hours every day against the same people over and over again.
It's still pretty good.
It's not. It's not very well.
I don't enjoy this watching people glitch out a game.
I don't.
No, I don't.
I like it.
It's almost
you can
like,
do some, but the second you start going through walls, I'm not interested anymore.
And I really can't fathom how people find these skips.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Like I think I watched an Ocarina of Time speedrun once years ago, and watching the dude, he put on a blindfold to do it. He put on a blindfold, and then it was to skip into where the Master Sword was. And it's like a 90-second, really specific flip backwards, change camera angle, move over, open the menu, go right 3 times, put this, use this seed, flip backwards, and then you can skip and do this thing, and then everyone goes.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know these games have been out for a long time, but what is the process of finding these skips? Do people like look in the source code and be like, there's a gap?
I think people just cheat and then just try and do it, because they did that with Wind Waker, didn't they, Calvin? There were like there's like famous skips in speedrunning.
When you say games, I think I know roughly the kind of thing.
It's like it's a barrier, and it goes up infinitely and it goes down infinitely. And for 15 years, they're like, well, you just can't get through that.
Yeah.
So and then someone figured out a way to get through it, and the game is now an hour and a half shorter than it was before, or something ridiculous that.
No, I think that one skip, like, because that's going into like the final area.
Yeah.
So it's just immediate. It's like you have to like swing your hook in a really specific place, and then
imagine being the guy who figured that out there. But I love watching speedrunning history videos, Calvin, and if you're getting stoned, summoning salt.
Oh,
can you just Google or put it on YouTube, just summoning salt intro? Because this is a gamer memory, right? I would say
summoning salt.
Summoning salt. Yeah, some of my favorite videos on
just
the
put
internet
intro.
is
it should be fine.
Speedrunning dramas.
Oh, the Simpsons Hit and Run one as well. Incredible. The second one down. How it feels to watch summoning salt. Very true.
Frap Snowland has become infamous for its exploits over the years. Its world record is coveted, with racers battling both with and without shortcuts. So today, let's take a look at how those world records are made. Let's take a look at the most broken track in the most broken Mario Kart game.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're high, this is wild. Because there'll be, it'll be like what is it? Frap Snowland. They're like the skip for years can be beaten until Jimmy Poopins, and then that'll hit, and you'll be like, oh my god. This kid Jimmy Poopins from like Puerto Rico is just godlike at the game.
Yeah, but there's a giant history of, obviously, because people are trying to be numero uno. There's going to be a couple of fakers around, Calvin.
I think there might
cheating
be.
hit,
Yeah, a couple of
we do a little cheating.
fakers. A couple of fakers, and people take it really seriously. And there's a lot of drama in the world of speed runs. You didn't do that legit.
The people that speedrun are really into rules.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like, because the people used to do it in the fucking 80s. We had to send in VHS tapes. Yeah. And then, but people would have records, and then people would watch them and go, there's a giant bit that just skips in the middle. Maybe we should look into this. Nah.
I trust him. Did
you ever watch The King of Kong?
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
Oh, unbelievable documentary.
Incredible documentary that has only gotten better with time. It's about trying to set the Donkey Kong high score world record.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's what I'm thinking of more than speed runs, but
that's kind of a speed run.
yeah. This is
so
great film.
Calvin,
2007.
Yeah, Calvin, the Donkey Kong like score world record is basically how high you can get in a certain number of screens. Because after 256, it crashes.
It fucking
like it
just
runs
stops.
out of memory and it crashes. But there's this guy, Steve Wiebe. Steve Wiebe, and that's Billy Mitchell, who's the bad guy. Who holds or held the Donkey Kong like world record.
Yeah.
And it's basically about Steve trying to beat him and Billy being a massive piece of shit because he's mates with that referee, basically. Yeah. And he's just like, nope, score doesn't count. Yep, doesn't count. And then it ends with Steve just trying to do it again. But it's just this guy who's popping off. But
it's
then
very anime-esque, but like in the feeling of watching this documentary.
Years later, someone was like, this Billy Mitchell guy is full of shit.
Yeah.
And they looked at, I think he's a good Donkey Kong player, but he's not like God. He's not God Kong. You know what I mean? So they've just found out that he cheated one, and then they've gone back more and more and more, and they found out he's cheated basically every world record he's ever had.
So he's got, it's not just Donkey Kong, he has world records in all of these different games, like arcade cabinet games.
Surely that alone is a red flag on its own, because you have to put a lot of time in to be good at these things. How could you put all that time into all these different...
Point. Well, we just thought he was a god gamer. You know what I mean? But it turns out he's not. But the other thing is he's very litigious. So we might actually get a cease and desist because he's tried to sue. He's tried to sue a lot of people who said that he's a cheater. But I think it's come out now. I think Billy Mitchell is a cheating piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck Billy Mitchell.
And his hot sauce sucks dick.
Yeah, look at him.
Just saying.
What didn't he write? He didn't write Billy in like the cabinet, so he would just write ass or something like that. What?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's true.
Who wouldn't?
That's true.
Is there any...
I highly recommend watching the 2007 documentary, The King of Kong.
I might give that
It is a good. It's a
Spectacular.
good watch. It's 90 minutes as well, which is
Ideal.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah, no. Fuck
Oh, remember when films were 90 minutes across the board? I watched Wayne's World the other day when I was really ill. I was like, I watch Wayne's World.
There's only one person who can cure me, and it's Mike Myers. I need Mike. Help me.
Yeah. Speedruns, I want to say they're cool.
Well, this is my thing, is that I'm looking for a thing to do this year.
Are you gonna try and?
Well, maybe, but I'm trying to think what it is, because I originally...
What game would you legitimately think that you would have a chance after weeks to months of practice
to do what? To world record?
Not even world record,
because that's zero.
to get on the board.
To get on the board. Oh, that's a great question.
I don't know how big the board is. Say top 50.
Top 50.
Top 100. I'll give you top 100.
So I can't choose too small of a game then, can I really? I hate Mario 64, so I'm not going to do that.
No, you
and I'm getting nowhere near top 100 on
Mario 64, bro.
I'm trying to think, because originally I was thinking like, I'm just going to play loads of games. And I thought that's boring. Everyone does that, and I'm not going to do it. So I thought, well, it's a game that I could play over and over again. And there's two games that made me think of it. One would be a Tony Hawk's game. Ooh. And see how fast I could beat them. But maybe like Underground or Underground 2, not like just the normal ones, because I'm dog shit at Tony Hawk. Yeah. But the other one is a game that I probably play every year and I know really well, which is Bully. I reckon, because originally I was like, oh, Oblivion, but I know Oblivion's going to be busted. Like it's just going to be broke as shit.
Basically, to speedrun Oblivion is just you learn all the skips and how buggy the game is, and it's probably isn't good crack to actually speedrun.
But I'm thinking bully, any percent. Can I do that? I think I can. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and do that.
Get on the board.
But I don't know how many people run. That's the thing. Like, do I actually just do like Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah, right. Where are we at in the bully speedrun leaderboards? Any percent?
Yeah, scholarship edition.
Scholarship
100%.
edition. And
Yeah, we agreed
Calvin,
to
so there's
that.
different variations of speedrun. There's
Oh,
any
damn,
percent,
new
which
world
is
record
basically
22 days ago.
oh well. See here, 2 hours 10 minutes 24
I
seconds.
think I could beat bully not in 2 hours 10, but I could do it in 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So is this any percent? Some Australian fella.
2.5 will get you.
Wow, what a
top 15.
multicultural game, eh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do that. The other one that I was thinking would be a Left 4 Dead one,
Ooh.
but I think that's really hard.
See,
I'm not good at
because
Left 4 Dead.
well, because for Left 4 Dead is so it's very RNG based as well too. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas I think you have the best chance of knowing exactly where everything is.
Wait, for
38.
all campaigns? Oh, what the
Speed glitch.
fuck?
No speed glitch.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Oh, it's
Wait,
exactly
what
the
the
same.
fuck?
Wait, is it even less?
They beat every campaign in less than 40 minutes. That's wild. All right. Well,
no
I'm not doing that.
original campaigns. So yeah, it is. No,
That's crazy though, because there's
Four.
there's 5 campaigns, I think. The
Yeah.
one's 2 chapters, but there's
All
5 campaigns, I
campaigns?
think.
So this is Left 4 Dead 1.
Oh, okay.
This is Left 4 Dead 1.
Let me
Yeah.
go 2.
Yeah, go Left 4 Dead 2.
Let me-
No, it's Jim Stephanie Sterling.
Thank God for them.
Thank God for them.
44.
I couldn't do that.
I think you could do that.
I don't think I could.
I think you could do that. Speed.
nah.
What? Yeah.
I'm
go
gonna
on.
try bully. I'm gonna see how it goes.
I think I could do Resident Evil 4, the original.
Ooh,
Resident Evil 4.
actually, maybe Resi 4, like the original one.
Original Resident 4.
Can we just see those? Because I bet you that's absolutely optimized to work.
yeah, that top one.
What about
Because
Resi 2 remake. Do you think you could do that one quick?
no, it's hard. It's harder than original 4.
I don't know if it is. It's
It
shorter.
is. It's shorter.
That's fucking wild. No way you're getting anywhere near an hour and a half to beat Resi 4. That's crazy.
There's so when I streamed the original Resident Evil 4, an Indian Resident Evil 4 speedrunner was in the chat.
Yeah.
Do you remember this thing? You were on that stream, but he came in and he basically was telling me all these fucking
All the
glitches
class.
during thing. And so there's a certain shotgun, the Striker,
Yeah.
that there's something wrong with the code that even you play the most recent version of it, it's due to the animation glitching out, so you can't patch it out. And basically, if you aim the shotgun, pause immediately, and change like a different weapon,
Yeah.
it speeds up the animation ×2. And you can just go and blast through the game.
okay.
But you basically have to do it every time that you want to change. But like for the last couple of hours of that game, that's what I was doing.
As in
And it
the
was
animation
fucking
of
class.
everything.
Yeah. Because basically because it's like a bigger shotgun, they've probably went to do the normal percentage math to do this animation probably takes longer. So they've probably coded in times is quicker because this is taking longer because it's a bigger gun. And you're interrupting that animation and that almost theory of code, changing to something else. And Leon N is stuck in that ×2 state and you just blitz through the game. And it was unbelievable crack. And doing that, I was like, I could fucking do this. No bother, boys. I'm not getting fucking top 1, but I get in the board.
What's the board, Carl?
What's in the board? How far?
What's in the board?
What's in the board?
Top 100.
Top 100.
So an hour and a half will get you top 100. Okay. I'm here for it. I think if we, that's my goal, is that I'm going to get on the board and then I'll quit immediately. I'm not interested unless I get real close, of course.
Can I get in the board? Original Resident Evil 4.
Let's find out.
What's Dark Souls 1?
Oh,
I could probably do
that
Dark.
game's got to be busted, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Legit. No, I beat that game really quickly. Legitimately, I got like a very specific.
How
my
quickly
own.
is quickly for you?
Not 19 minutes.
What the fuck?
That's just a busted game that that there's just skips in. Because I beat Dark Souls 1 legit, just playing it in 10 hours.
So you could have. Okay. Damn.
No, but
So a little way to go.
no way to go. Yeah. So there's like specific routes, and then there's RNG. But like I could beat because I was so obsessed with that fucking game when I first played it. Like of course as everyone was, but I could finish Dark Souls 1 and then go, what will I play next? I don't know. Dark Souls 1. And I would just fucking repeat. Like there was about a year and a half, I'd just play Dark Souls 1.
So that's it. I think for this week, I think for the merry month of January into mid-February, I'm going to try to speed and just see how it gets on.
I'm going to try and speedrun Resident Evil 4. Then.
Okay.
Let's
We'll see how
do
it
that.
goes.
Okay.
And maybe, perhaps.
If you don't get on the
I
board,
could
you have to
stream
wear a
it.
bra as well.
I'll do, yeah, for sure. You can beat me up like in Bully.
Big
Wait,
nerd.
hang on.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, wait.
You can wedgie me. That's it. If I don't get on the board for Bully, you can wedgie me.
I'm going to wedge you and give you
And if you don't,
noogie.
I can suplex you.
Hell yeah. Through the table.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever, man. I'm happy. I'll kick you in the head. Whatever, bro. I'm happy. As long as I can do that. Cool. I think, on that note,
Yeah.
let's fucking leave it.
Yeah. How long,
Happy
have
New
you,
Year.
how long have you done?
I've done like 40 minutes. Oh,
Oh, 40, yeah, short and
I've done
sweet.
like 40 minutes.
40, short
No,
and
I have a
sweet.
section. I have a segment.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
Calvin.
hell.
Shit.
No, it's not a segment so much as my good friend Stringy.
Shout out.
Stringy.
Um,
Stringy.
loves playing Call of Duty,
Okay,
and that's it.
right.
He loves Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I want some recommendations to give him.
Okay.
Perhaps even send him this segment of the podcast. Hi, Stringy.
So it's Call of Duty
He loves Call of Duty.
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Has he played anything other than Call of Duty?
FIFA.
Oh,
Right, he's one of them. Okay, yeah, cool.
right.
Shout out, Stringy.
So,
So give him some.
How-
Stringy.
how'd you get people?
Titanfall 2.
How'd you get people off the AAA?
Give him Titanfall 2.
Titanfall
It's
2?
cheap and it's good and it plays a bit like COD, but there's a big robot in it and it's short, so I think he'll like it. He just can't play the multiplayer because he will get destroyed.
Okay.
Okay, that would be my one for his single player.
Balatro.
He loves geography.
He loves geography.
He's got,
GeoGuessr?
he's got a geography degree.
GeoGuessr.
Civilization
GeoGuessr?
5.
Yes, Civilization
Civ
5. That's good.
Yeah.
He loves
City Skylines.
hiking.
I think City Skylines
Too
is,
hard.
yeah.
Hiking, Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Imagine your
You've only played FIFA and you get the most boring fucking walking game. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks pretty, but it doesn't make any sense.
if I met someone in the pub that was like, yeah, I love video games, I love FIFA and Death Stranding, I go, you don't exist.
Yeah.
You can't
You're
be
a
real.
psyop.
Okay.
You got kidnapped.
I would say you can't get it anymore, which is very sad. But in a perfect world,
So what's the point?
Yeah, what are you about to say?
Spec Ops: The Line.
And what's
Oh,
that?
fuck that.
It was fucking great, lad.
It was fun.
Great. It came out in like 2008, but like it's such a of that ilk of.
If you-
it came out as in the time the Call of Duty was absolutely fucking bonkers going off as like an anti-military.
Genuinely, why not something like Skyrim?
Yeah.
Honestly, if he likes hiking and he likes all that shit, I think it's about as easy as a entry into shit that isn't Call of Duty and
Probably is
FIFA.
Skyrim.
Honestly, Skyrim's not a bad
It's
choice.
probably up there actually.
Yeah. I don't know
But
he's
if he
played
wants
it,
to
but-
play a single player shoot bang game that is class, Titanfall 2. It's usually dead cheap.
I would even say Resident Evil 2 remake.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, yeah, Resident
Okay.
2 remix.
Resi 2 remake. Because when we worked in the retail shop that we used to work in, I had a lot of conversations around this with
fruit
people. Yeah, the fruit store, the fruit stall, and I had a lot of people, and I had one specific. His name was Chris. Shout out Chris. He used to come to me all the time. Like, I've bought a PlayStation and I don't know what any of this stuff
Yeah.
is, and he'd come to me like, "What should I play?" And he's now like dead into like Elden Ring.
Cool.
He's like he's
Resident 2
he's
remakes,
went
right?
from FIFA, Call of Duty. I think he played God of War, which would be a good one for him if he has
boring.
But here
Boring.
to go into that, God of War would be good. I'm not a massive God of War fan, but sure.
No, nothing about it ever grabbed me for some reason.
Yeah, that could be a good one. But I said it was the year Resident Evil 2 remake came out, and I went, lad, the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
Banger. Short, sweet, spooky, action-packed, class.
It is good. It's a great game.
Resident Evil 2
cool.
remake.
So I'm gonna run Bully.
Yeah.
You're gonna do Resi 4.
I'm gonna get bullied.
And next week, tune in next week
Bully
because Dylan
speedrun.
will be wearing a bra.
Yeah.
Right. Smell you later, guys.
Bra speed run.
That's it. How quickly can Calvin take off a bra? That's it. There you go.
I find it really hard.
Double or nothing.
It's really hard.
Double or nothing. How quickly can Calvin take off a bra without turning and looking at the clasps? There we go.
How quickly will I snap out of my bra?
See you next week.
See ya.